Good morning, second graders. Today we are talking about cubes. Let's jump into our video to get started.
This is a solid figure. How is a solid figure different from a plane shape?
This is where we begin to start talking about 3D versus 2D. A plane shape is flat on the paper, and a 3D shape or a solid figure is something you can hold in your hand.
A solid figure has many faces. It is three-dimensional, not flat. A cube is a solid figure with 6 equal faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices. Each face is a square with 4 equal edges and 4 right angles. Which shape is not a cube?
Select your answer.
Okay, we can tell just by looking that this green one is not a cube.
These are cubes. These are not cubes. Why is the green shape not a cube? Why is the yellow shape not a cube? On the green shape, the faces are not all the same size. The yellow shape is not a solid figure or three-dimensional shape. It is a plane shape or two-dimensional. You can use dot paper to draw a cube. The dashed lines show the edges that you can't see when you look at a solid cube. How does the dot paper help you draw a cube? The dot paper helps you to draw straight lines, and it helps to draw lines in the right direction. How many edges do you draw in all? You draw 12 edges in all.
Now you know how to draw cubes and describe how they look.
Alright, let's look at the other video quickly and then we will switch to our math book.
See this shape? It's called a cube. It has 6 faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices. The faces of a cube are all squares, and they are all the same size. Let's look at some real-life objects and tell if its shape is a cube. Remember, we can tell a cube by counting its faces, edges, and vertices. How about this soccer ball? Is it a cube? A soccer ball doesn't have edges or vertices or a flat surface, so it's not a cube. What about this toy? Is it a cube? Yes, it has 6 faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices. Do you see another cube? How about this one? The basket is a cube? How do you know the basket is a cube? That's right. It has 6 faces that are squares, 12 edges, and 8 vertices. Do you see another cube? The pencil case kind of looks like a cube, but it is not a cube. This object has 2 faces that are squares and 4 faces that are rectangles. Look at the last object. The pattern block is not a cube because it is not a solid figure. It is a plane shape. You probably see cubes all the time. Alphabet blocks, number cubes. Now you know what the actual shape is called and what's so special about it. I think that's so cool.
Okay, we are going to jump into our math book. We're on page 878. The most important thing to remember about cubes is that they have 6 equal faces, and that means that each face is a square. So if we look up here in the green box on page 878, it reminds us that a cube is a solid figure with 6 equal faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices. This is information that we are going to need to remember as we work through the rest of this chapter. Each face is a square with 4 equal edges. All 4 sides are the same length, and we have 4 right angles. Remember, right angles are the ones that make that perfect L shape in our square. Okay, we talked about today that something like this is not a cube because it does not have 6 equal faces. 2 of the sides are cubes, but 4 of the sides are rectangles. Something like this is not a cube because it's not three-dimensional or a solid figure. Number 1 asks you to circle the cubes. Make your choice, do your best, be thoughtful. Then it comes down here and it says use dot paper to draw a cube. You need to decide. I like to go 4 by 4. We know that the length of the sides is the same, so it will be the same number of dots across as it is up and down. And then we can draw an overlapping cube. So we just move up a little bit and draw another square that's 4 dots by 4 dots, and then we connect our corners, okay? Take your time, do your best. On number 3, it asks you to draw a line to the ones that are a cube and draw a line to the ones that are not a cube. Number 4 says trace the cube shown. How many faces can you see? We know that a cube has 6 faces in all. This question is asking how many can you see? Okay. Now, number 5. How many vertices do 2 cubes have in all? Well, we know that 1 cube has 8 vertices. So write me a number sentence to tell me how many vertices 2 cubes would have. Number 6 says, how many faces do 2 cubes have in all? We know that 1 cube has 6 faces. Write me a number sentence to tell me how many faces 2 cubes would have. Okay, that's it in your math book. Then you're ready to jump to your quick check. I will meet you there. Here we go, number 1. Use the cube below to answer the questions. Enter your answers in each box. Make sure you're reading or listening carefully so that you are answering these questions accurately. How many faces can you see on the cube? How many faces does a cube have? These 2 numbers are different. This one's asking how many can you see? This one's asking how many do you know a cube has? Number 2, look at the cube, drag the numbers to complete the sentence. A cube has blank equal faces, this is the number of faces, blank vertices, write the number of vertices here, and blank edges. If you open your math book back up, that answer is right there for you on the page. No one should miss number 2. Which objects are cubes? Choose all that apply. That means there's more than one right answer. Number 3, look at the solid figure below. Why is it not a cube? Remember, a cube has 6 faces that are all squares. And number 5, use the 3 cubes below. Now this one asks you to do a little bit of math. I suggest using a whiteboard. It says drag the numbers to complete the equations to solve each problem. How many vertices do these cubes have in all? Well, we know that a cube has 8 vertices, so we would say 8 for the first cube, 8 for the second cube, 8 for the third cube equals blank. Your answer goes here. How many faces do these cubes have in all? Well, we know 1 cube has 6 faces, 6 for the first cube, 6 for the second cube, 6 for the third cube. Your answer, your answer. This is not too tricky. Take your time and do your best.